Good evening on a Saturday night. I'm Frankie Castile. Finally, we have waited for so long to say that Mules basketball is back with us for the 2022-23 basketball season. I'm Frankie Castile. Tim Hicks on the camera. We are live on the radio, on Facebook, and on YouTube. And man, you wouldn't believe me if I told you we've got a barn burner here in the final 30 seconds. I'm going to welcome in now a good friend of mine entering his 11th season as the head basketball coach. In my mind, he is one of the best coaches we've had in Poplar Bluff. And let's welcome in Coach Will Durden. And it is another barn burner here in game number 5, Coach. You picked a great shootout to be involved in here tonight.
Oh, man, it's been some great games. I think, you were letting us know on the way over here that it was 2 or 3 overtime games before, and this looks like it's a pretty close one now. I mean, as a fan, you got to love you're going to get your money's worth, and teams are out there playing hard and leaving it all out on the floor, and that's exactly what we want to do.
So let's talk about the ride over here from Poplar Bluff. Tell me about it. Was there any hiccups, or did you guys have an easy, smooth couple hours over here?
No, it was a good ride over, man. We the kids usually just nod off and it's quiet, and I'm assuming they're locking in, but it's a calm and quiet drive. The bus driver is good. We talked about video games and stuff on the way over here, so it was a good ride.
All right, so when it comes to video games, what's popular right now, Coach? I have no idea.
With anytime you do with like the basketball and football games, right. But like the Fortnite's still pretty popular out there, and the Call of Duties and stuff like that. The esports is something that's really picking up, and if they had that back 20 years ago when I was in school, I may not be a coach right now. I may still be playing professional video games, but it's fun. It's just something to pass by time, and especially if you have the good group of friends. I got a coaching group that we get on and play every once in a while, and just relax, and actually we're kind of communicate. That's how we communicate. We don't even talk on the phone anymore. We just put some headsets on.
There you go. Ron Withrow is tuning in back in Bluff, and he says, Coach, we're going to go dancing at midnight. He may not be too far off.
Oh, he's pretty close. Last year we came up here this year because we had a couple real late games in DeSoto last year, and but when you have a good shootout like this and you got a good competition, you got to be flexible.
The important thing is when this game is all said and done, and there's about 2.5 seconds left to go, it's a 40-39 ball game right now, and we're going to have literally about 30 minutes here before the tip-off of the final ball game for our ball game. So let's talk about your team here tonight. We've lost some really good talent, but the important thing is we've got some great guys coming back. So tell me about this team, and what can we expect from this youth and this experience here this season, Coach?
Well, I can tell you this, Frankie. We have had an enjoyable month of practice. We didn't know when we were going to get the start. Football had a great run there at the end of the year, and honestly, I was expecting them to play after Thanksgiving, and we didn't know when we were going to get some of those kids, but when we got them and we have them, and it's been a good 4 weeks. We just it's been the kids are picking each other up. They're working hard. It might not always show on the floor, but we've had a good time, and we've got a lot of good work in practice.
I'm going to give you some names here. Tell me what you think about them coming back, and tell me how much fun they have had so far at practice. Guys like the returning players like Darius Graham, Gavin Rivers, Torrance Williams, Brendan Durden, also Marlon Hickman-Roberson, David Durbin, and Jack Scott. Your thoughts on those guys, Coach?
We had a good group of seniors that graduated last year, but the best part of this team is with some injuries that we had last year, a lot of these guys got to play in some varsity games, and a lot of times we didn't have that in the past when we had a good group of seniors, some of the underclassmen to get to play. So some of these guys are coming in with some experience, and like I said, we've had competition in every spot, and they've been competing hard and working hard, and as a coach, a good sign is we got 12, 13 guys staying after practice, and we're running them out of the gym because I want to go home. So we have that right now, and that's usually how it is at the beginning of the year, and we hope to keep that enthusiasm throughout the year.
Last season, Coach, your 6'6" senior Jack Scott was injured the majority of the season. Is he 100% this year so far?
It's nice to see him out there. Last year he got injured kind of in the preseason and had a stretch fracture, and we got him late, and you could just tell that he never got his feet under him. But this year he worked hard. He's put on a little weight, and he's a guy that's always in the right place in the right time. It may not show up in the box score, or sometimes he may not look the part, but he does a lot of good things for us.
I need you to kind of put your coaching hat away for just a moment. Is this year going to be the year, Coach, that we get to see your sophomore Brendan Durden get a slam dunk, you think? What do you think?
I don't know. I don't know. His mom would be excited about it, but I'm just hoping he just goes and shoot a 2-point layup.
There you go.
He's getting up there, but we got a couple kids that are bouncy. But we're looking for a good solid game out of everyone.
There's some youth coming up, and I say youth because they weren't necessarily on varsity last year, but had a great JV season last year. Talking about guys like Cameron Settle, Isaiah Neville, looking forward to seeing him this season. Preston Moore, Jackson Moore. Your thoughts on those guys?
They're going to be solid players for us. I mean, I think our whole team is made up of role players, which is a great thing for the coaching staff. I think if we got a chance to have a lot of balance throughout the season, and when you're looking at the box score and you got 4 or 5 guys and there's potentially in double figures, you probably had a good night, and that's kind of the makeup of our team right now. We don't have just one guy, but we got a lot of guys that's going to have to try to do it.
Typically, by this stage in the season, we've had about 2 or 3 games under our belt. You look at Marion, they're coming in 5 games under their belt, 2 and 3. What are you expecting out of this group here of your guys in the early going of this game? Obviously, first game, we're going to make some mistakes. Jitters might be an issue, do you think?
I think we've taken care of the pregame jitters with, just what happened on the ride over here, but. I don't think they do. I mean, they're taking it really well, and like I said, it's a good group. It is the first game, and we're going to look all over the place at times. But again, if they can play hard and play smart and play together, I can go home and put my head on the pillow and be like, man, we had a good night. So that's what we're looking for, and that's what we're looking for out of this group.
I never get a chance to do this, but I want to do it tonight, Coach. I want to give some love to the assistant coaches. You've got some great experience on this team, and then a couple of new assistant coaches that bring a lot of pizzazz to this team. Am I right on that?
Yeah, I mean.
I told you 20 minutes. It's going to happen.
I had, Aaron Duncan's been here as long as I've been here, and he was here with the Girls and Guys program before I got here, and he's, kind of stuck with me this whole time, and I've really appreciated it because he does a lot of the little things with our program, and he's really good at scouting and all that stuff. And then I got a couple young new guys with us. We lose one to a head job every 2 years, so. But I got a couple young guys and new guys that I'm really excited about. They'll probably bring a lot of newfound energy and stuff to the program and inject that into us. One of the guys played for us, Dom Hardiman, and he was a really hard player and good player for us. And the kids kind of look up to him, and I think that'll help us out.
So I've started a vicious rumor about this team, Coach. I'll come out and tell you. I've been telling anybody who will listen, I think that we are talented to go 30-0 and bring home our third state championship. What do you think?
Yeah, you probably shouldn't be telling everyone that. We're going to take it one game at a time.
Okay.
If we can sneak a win out here and there, and again, the kids are working hard and having a good time. That's all we're looking for.
So here tonight, Coach, we're taking on Marion. They've played 5 games, and one of their stars is out tonight due to illnesses. Does that change anything about the way you approach this game tonight?
It doesn't at all. I mean, we're at this time of the year, you need to worry a lot about yourself. We scouted this team, and we watched 4 of their 5 games, and as coaching staffs, we know what they're doing, and we try to give that to the players. But at the end of the day, we need to worry about us and take care of the stuff that we need to do. But they got 2 really good players, and number 3 is going to be a handful tonight because he can put the ball in the hole, and he's a good athlete. And then they got a couple good shooters out there, and they're going to be a good team, a good test. And this is their 6th game, so they got a little experience on them, and we're still trying to figure things out.
Couple more things, Coach. We'll let you get back to your team. I'm assuming that Faith, your wife, she's back home watching this game online?
Yeah, she's back home. She's like an assistant coach that's not here, so I usually have to turn my phone off during the game because she'll let me know exactly what we're doing wrong and what we need to do.
Okay.
And, sometimes I don't need that.
Man, what do you think about the scoreboard aspect of our broadcast this season coming up?
I'm pretty excited about it. It's you guys got a real nice setup here. I mean, you guys got a bunch of wires and a bunch of screens and cameras and stuff. It's for the amount of work you guys put in, and the streamers are just seeing the screen and the thing. I mean, you guys probably every once in a while, paying the camera to see all this stuff so they can see the work that you guys actually put in. It's
what's crazy.
Nice setup.
What's crazy is people think we have 5 or 6 guys working here, but it's just 2 of us, just me and Tim. We do all this. It's crazy.
You guys look like spiders or octopuses up here. Like
I'm telling you, it's crazy.
Your hands are moving all over the place, and you guys are multitasking.
In 11 years, as you enter your 11th season, I can only imagine that for you personally, that this is maybe some of the most fun you've had. As each and every year that passes, it seems like the love for this game, the love for the community, it just gets stronger each season. Would you agree?
Well, first, you keep saying 11, and it's a blessing that I've been doing it this long. It's a great community and a great school, and I love being here. And, this has been a really enjoyable, first 4 weeks of practice. And, the kids are really energetic. The coaching staff is loving it. So, hopefully this will be the best year we have. But, the more that I coach and the longer we've been doing this, it's, you got to find other things to win at. Every day there's only one team that's going to win a game. You got to, trying to teach these kids how to win at life and other things. So they're getting there, they're learning it, and that's exciting. That's more exciting to the staff than to see these kids grow than just to win a ball game.
For the folks watching back on Facebook and watching on YouTube back in Poplar Bluff and around the area, to beat Marion to get off to a 1-0 start, what's it going to come down to, Coach?
We're going to have to really close out on their shooters and really help on number 3 on the drive. But we also need to control the pace of the game. Marion likes to play the pace that they want to play, and we need to kind of dictate that. And I think if we do those things, we'll be okay.
I know Faith is watching, and Faith, I can tell you after 11 years of this guy, he gave me the starters literally, maybe 25 minutes before we got to the pregame?
Not a whole lot's changed in 11 years.
Nothing's changed. I love it, Coach. And if you can't come back up afterwards, I understand we're approaching 9 o'clock, but have a great ball game. And if you're able to come back after the ball game, we'll stick around for you.
All right, thanks, Frank.
You betcha. Coach Will Durden joining us live, entering his 11th season as the head basketball coach, and he'll be modest. I won't be modest. He is one of the best basketball coaches that we have had in Poplar Bluff, period. He does so much for this team, so much day in and day out, and it goes so much beyond the coaching part as what he does for this program. And I'm telling you, I am honored to call him a dear friend of mine. Love having him come up each and every ball game. Him and I talked a lot on the way up here. Tim and I got here literally at 3:45 just to get everything set up. We have so much we've got to set up, and it took us a little while to get in here and get everything loaded in. But you know what? We got it done. We are good to go, and we are getting ready for the tip coming up here tonight. I want to go to our Facebook and YouTube comments here. Coach Austin Jefferson is tuning in. Also, Julie Sarda Coleman, she is tuning in as well tonight. Do me a favor, with it being the opening ball game, hit that share button for us and let us know where you're watching from. And Tim is going to hear in a little bit. Tim is going to put on that brand new scoreboard that we have incorporated. And here's the deal. So you're going to get real-time stats. You'll get the stats as soon as a shot goes up. We'll be able to tell you all about what's going on. Also, scoreboard, that's all going to be ran by me. We decided, Tim said, you know what, Frankie, you're not doing enough in the broadcast. You're doing stats and play-by-play, playing commercials. That anybody can do that, but if you can do a scoreboard, that would be impressive. So we have incorporated a brand new scoreboard here tonight. I was going to let John Scott run it. He is somewhere in the gym. I'm not sure where he went. He saw me and he avoided me all the way around. All right, so Lee Wallace is tuning in. He is watching from Evansville, Indiana. There is that new scoreboard. So if you're watching us right now, let us know about that scoreboard. Now, here's the deal. On the clock, you're going to see it kind of fade in and out. Nothing to do with us in our feed. Everything is good. It is the scoreboard here that is doing that. Maybe every 10 seconds, it kind of fades away for a second and comes right back. Nothing we can do about that. But there you go. There is a scoreboard. It looks great, and we are going to bring you an exciting game coming up here tonight. This scoreboard, by the way, will track the possession arrow. It will track the fouls, let you know when there's a bonus situation, the score, the period, and, of course, the time as well. All right, so now we're going to welcome in the second member of the broadcast team here tonight. And I can say that because I'm hoping that he'll be with us for all season, but I got to call him out right off the bat. John Scott, I'm not happy with you because you mean to tell me it's 9 o'clock on the dot and you only brought one Red Bull.
Frankie, I may have brought more Red Bulls, but I've only got one left. How about that?
Okay, so you're all jacked up and you're ready to go. So we got a chance to talk to Coach Durden earlier on. His boys are jacked up. I can't wait for this to begin, and I love the opening season. I love everything because it's a brand new start for the team. We've got some great returning players. We've got some youth, and I think this team, honestly, when it's all said and done, this team could and I think will make a pretty good run.
Oh, absolutely, Frankie. I think we have all the tools, and I think this team has been playing together long enough, and the pieces are all there. We got some good returning folks. We got some kids coming up. Been watching them warm up. They look to be really focused in tonight. And I know they've been having some great practices and playing well. And I'm assuming you've talked about this great team building exercise. It was a brilliant move by the coaches to do this bonding experiment with the team and have them wear a different deal.
Yeah, they're wearing different warm-up jerseys out there.
Yes. And it's going to work perfectly for this team. I like that we play games away. Start off the season, kind of go to a different place.
It's a weird
further
place.
away
it's a
than
weird place.
It seems further away than it is. And I'll tell you, Frankie, we started off this morning in St. Louis at Ladue High School for
Mules
swim and dive. And man, that was a neat event. It's a fun event. Those girls swam their hearts out today. So we hit that this morning and then headed on down through Illinois over here to Marion, which seems like a long way away. So it's great for our kids to have that opportunity to bond, I think, early in the season and kind of build those bonds that'll help them late in the season.
I love this new scoreboard that we have added. Everything looks to be going pretty well. But I tell you what would I think I may want to change next year, John? Maybe next year, maybe we should enter into some kind of shootout where maybe our tip-off time starts at 2 a.m. What do you think?
Well, you could start a
moonlight at midnight.
Over-under on when the start's going to be for some kind of charitable thing. But I don't know why we always get hit with the last game of the day, and it always ends up being, it's going to be late, Frankie, late. I don't like this.
It's going to be late indeed. I think by the time, you got the easy part. When the game is over, you, the missus, and your daughter and son can skedaddle. We've got to break everything down. We've got maybe 35, 40-minute breakdown period. By the time we've got to go to the bathroom and get that stuff out of here, we had a 2-hour drive home. But you know what? You're telling me that we can finally play Mules basketball? I'm in.
Yeah, man, it's a good thing. It's a great time of year for this. It's getting cool. Christmas time coming around. Basketball, the game just before this game was an excellent game. Those teams, man, the team was behind. Nashville, Illinois was behind the whole game by about 15, and lo and behold, they came back, hit a 3 late to end up winning that game, and that was exciting, and those fans were really pumped. So this is a good primer to get into some good high school basketball.
So I want to give a couple of shout-outs real fast, if you don't mind, on social media. I love streaming because not only do we get to see people from Poplar Bluff, but check this out. We're talking 9 o'clock on a Saturday night. You can be doing anything right now. We've got folks hanging out with us like Eric Wallace from Kenmore, Washington.
Yes.
How about this one? Timothy Simpson, tuning in all the way from Florida. And it's later down there than it is over here.
Yeah, right on.
Glad you guys are tuning in. So what we're going to do is let's take our first time out of the pregame. Coming up next, we've got your starting lineups. Don't go anywhere. We're back in 30 seconds on the Southeast Sign and Graphics Mules Radio Network. All right, so here we go. Let's do our starting lineups here tonight, and let's begin by talking about the home squad here, the Marion Wildcats. They are wearing their home white jerseys with the blue and yellow trim. They are being coached by Gus Gillespie in his 6th season as the head coach, a record of 86-56 with a winning percentage of .606. Let's take a look now at the starting lineup here tonight. We believe the first 5 are going to be number 2, Kyan Coe, a 6-foot sophomore. Number 3, got to watch out for him. That is a 6'4" senior. That is Evan Noley. Also coming up here tonight, getting a start, it is number 22. He turned his ankle yesterday, Reese Anthony, a 5'10" sophomore. Also getting a start here tonight is at number 25. That is M.J. Smith, a 5'10" junior. And number 41, Phoenix Hatchett. He is a 6'3" junior. That is the starting 5 here this evening, for the Wildcats out of Marion, Illinois. And now let's take a look now at the starting lineup for the Poplar Bluff Mules, and looking at the Mules' starting 5 here tonight. They are being coached by William Durden. He is in his 11th season as the head basketball coach with a record of 156-100, a winning percentage of .609. His assistants are Aaron Duncan, Dominique Hardiman, Dave McCormack. And here's who we believe are going to be the starting 5. Number 2, Darius Graham, a 6-foot junior. Number 3, Gavin Rivers. He is a 6'4" senior. Also getting a start here tonight, it is number 22, Isaiah Neville. He is a 6'1" junior. Number 25, David Durbin, a 6'2" senior. And number 22, Isaiah Neville, a 6'1" junior. I think I already said him. Number 41, and that is Jack Scott, 6'6" senior. Those are the starting 5. I've got to get used to some jersey numbers here tonight.
It's a new season, Frankie. You're going to have to be on top of your game. We keep it mixed up for you, brother.
Well, I would have liked to have had a Red Bull. I'm just going to say it. I didn't get a Red Bull. I got nothing.
Duly noted, Frankie.
Duly noted, indeed.
I had to smuggle this in, by the way.
Oh, you did? They got them down there at the concession stand.
They did? Well, I brought this in my pocket.
I have no idea if they do or not. Lori West is tuning in. She says, let's go Mules. Glad to have you alongside Lori on a late Saturday night. If you don't mind, make sure and hit that share button for us. Are you going to sit down tonight, or are you going to be standing up?
I'm going to sit down eventually, Frankie. Right. I'm just getting stretched out good.
Just getting nice and stretched down. All right, I like that. So here tonight, Marion, Poplar Bluff, what do you think? First game of the season, do you think nerves that might be a small issue coming up here tonight?
Yeah, I think that'll be a little bit. We'll see how we settle in. I don't like the notion that Marion's played 5 games already, and this is our first game, so there's always a little bit of adjustment the first couple of games. But Coach Durden always has our team ready. They always play really, really hard, and they have fun on the court, and they play well as a team together. So I look for us to hit it going pretty fast and pretty hard tonight. Everybody playing is going to have some good reps already, previously last year and the year before. So I feel like we're going to be good to go. You know, I hear through the grapevine that our team has good chemistry. These kids all like one another. Everything's going well at practice.
They love me, by the way.
And they love Frankie. And Frankie is the key that holds this whole team together, is our voice of the Mules.
Man, you got to put that kind of pressure on me. Oh, my goodness.
Aunt Jackie's going to blame you if it goes bad tonight.
You know what? I can't get a hold of Grandma Jackie. I tried to call her her home phone. It's busy all night long, so she better be tuning in right now.
Misty the dog, right, may be on the phone.
That dog has gotten so overweight, let me tell you. During football season, every time we score, we got a treat. We can't do that in basketball season. Yeah. We may score 80 points here tonight.
That dog will be out. We'll have to call Pete on turn her in.
Do something. I tell you what, Mason West is tuning in. Boy, Mason, what a great football season that young man had.
Oh, absolutely. He grew so much as a player, and his first part of the season, he had to figure it out. And really that first Jackson game is where he turned the corner. And by the end of the season, really an excellent quarterback. I look forward to next year. He's only going to get better. The confidence came. The team got so much better as the season went on. That was a lot of fun, Frankie. I will say it was a lot of fun this year, football season.
You know what's not fun? Hearing comments like Andy Moore saying the smooth voices of myself and you just may lull him to sleep tonight. We've got a lot of chemistry ourselves here, John.
Well, yeah, I'll say Andy, he'll be sleeping on that nice pillow of hair that he has. It looks like a 1975 kind of a deal going there. I think they're bringing it back. But I can't complain. At least the man has hair.
Absolutely. I still got a full head of hair as well. All right, so we're down to our final 2 minutes. Coming up.
What? Oh, never mind. Fake news, right, Frank?
Fake news. I'm not sure what you're talking about, but okay. We're going to come back in 60 seconds. Don't go anywhere. It is Mules basketball. We're going to tip off our season in just a moment. You're watching, you're listening to Mules basketball on the Southeast Sign and Graphics Mules Radio Network.
Caring for those you love also means taking good care of yourself. At Poplar Bluff Regional Medical Center, our healthcare providers take the time to identify your health risks and help you prioritize good health. Regular checkups and age-appropriate screenings are important to be healthy now and stay well in the future. With same or next day appointments and online scheduling, we make it easy to make an appointment right now. You can even see us from the comfort of your own home via telehealth. Put your health first today by making an appointment by visiting pbrmc.com and searching online scheduling.
Here we go. We are back here 30 seconds until we introduce our starting lineups here for the first time this season. And then we're going to get to live action. Tim, if you don't mind, do me a favor. You spin that camera on us real quick. Is that a possibility? Not sure if we can do that or not. If not, don't worry about it. Just kind of seeing if we can. I want to do something real quick. It's very important if we can. Got to get something off my chest here. Story time with Frank and John. No, what I want to say real quick is the fact that this is our setup here tonight. We got a scoreboard going on. I want to say thank you again to our wives, to Tim's wife, Cheryl, my wife, Pam, allowing us to be here, and your wife as well, letting you be here to call the games this season with us as well.
I think she's just glad I'm not sitting down there with her, Frankie, to be honest with you.
All right, we're going to go down to the court now. We're going to see our national anthem.
Marion Wildcats.
You actually sit down for a second. Wow. Here is our national anthem, and then we'll come back with the starters and the tip.
Under the direction of Joel Kirby.
Good job by the Marion Marching Band here with our national anthem. Coming up, we've got our starting lineups here tonight. What a great crowd we have at a 9 o'clock ball game here tonight. We were supposed to begin at 8 o'clock. Darius Graham is going to get that start tonight. We're in the Murray State colors tonight. Gavin Rivers, number 22, Isaiah Neville coming out tonight.
At guard, the 6'2" senior, number 25, David Durbin.
David Durbin, the senior, going to get a start here tonight.
6'6" senior, number 41, Jack Scott.
I don't have that on my roster. What's that guy that just got introduced? Number 41?
Number 41, Jack Scott.
Jack Scott. Here
And
comes
his
the
hair.
lights. The lights are going out here in Marion, Illinois. Here, listen to this.
And let's meet the starting lineup for your Marion Wildcats.
Okay, I do want to see us turn the lights off and bluff from now on. When we
I do
have
like
our
this.
lineups, I think we should do that too.
I agree, Frankie. I think we should also shoot fire and smoke and all that. This is nice, though. This is a nice atmosphere.
Tim's giving you the absolute finger. He's like, absolutely not.
I know in Kennett they have a really nice intro there at the
They really
beginning.
do.
The elusive 9:20 start.
So it looks like we've got a change in our starting lineup here. Nick UC is going to come in, and it's not going to be Phoenix Hatchett. So Hatchett will not get the start here tonight. Instead, it is going to be the same starters as last night. MJ Smith is also not going to get the start. Instead, it'll be number 15 for Marion, Illinois, and that is Nehemiah Goodman. So Goodman is going to get the start. So it's going to be the exact same as last night. So here we go. So first off, we're going to have Tim. He's already got it up on the scoreboard. What do you think about this new scoreboard here, John? It is amazing.
I love it, Frankie. It's really nice.
It was Tim's idea.
And,
He challenged me. He told me in the off season, the 2 weeks we were off, he said anybody can do play-by-play and run a generic scoreboard. The question is, can you run a basketball scoreboard?
Oh, here we go. We're going to see tonight.
There it is. Here we
looks
go.
great. It does.
Here we go. John, here we go. What do you say? A good ball game.
We're going to get it.
Here we go. Tim
Good
Hicks
season.
on the camera. John Scott alongside. I'm Frankie Castile. Let's go. What do you say? It is now time for the 2022 tip-off here for Poplar Bluff. Gavin Rivers, and we are underway. And the possession arrow now will go in favor of the Mules the next time around. So here we go. Boy, UC is out there. Boy, he's moving the ball around. Good job by David Durbin. Knocks it out of bounds. And that's what you want to see right there. You want to see him as often as you can.
Or David always goes full speed.
He
Always
absolutely
goes full
does. So now UC is going to bring the ball in. He'll work it around to Jared Stacy, who is going to get the start here tonight. He did not start last night. He is here tonight. Goodman, they're trying to work it around to him. Gavin Rivers now. Boy, what a good job again at Neville. Going to see his name a lot coming up. And there is a turnover there as the Wildcats will turn it over. Still no score. 7:16 to play here in the first quarter. Rivers now. Oh, what a good move inside to Jack Scott, but we're going to get a travel instead. So a turnover on the Mules. And that's going to give it right back to the Wildcats out of Marion.
Nice pass, good teamwork on that play.
Very good job. But Noli going to bring it in, and good defense here by Gavin Rivers. Rivers last season averaging about 6 points a ball game. And now they work it over to Jared Stacy. Man, don't sleep on him. Stacy wears number 20. He is really good ball player. Stacy near the elbow, kicks it outside to Cole. Cole getting his second start of the season. Their main starter out with flu-like symptoms, and there you go, nearly a turnover. Good job, and here comes Goodman. Noli now working on Rivers, and once again, Neville knocks it away. I'm telling you, John, this guy is going to be a name that we say a lot this year.
Oh, yeah, he's playing hard. I like our defense so far, D'ing up nicely. Marion's not getting any open looks at all.
So now as Jarrett Stacy near the free throw line takes the shot, and it is no good, but the rebound by Goodman. Three-point basket is on the way. It's no good, and there you go by Gavin Rivers. As Rivers with a big rebound. He's going away from us. Pull-up jumper. It's off the mark. It's no good. Inside the paint. Rebounded by Goodman. Boy, good job by Nehemiah Goodman. On the rebound. Goodman now kicks it outside to Noli. Noli goes up and over. It's no good. Noli will miss. And rebounded by Goodman. So the offensive boards right now definitely in favor of the Wildcats. Cole finally gets one to go, and we're going to get a whistle here, and I believe that one's going to be a timeout here. It's going to be a timeout by Poplar Bluff, so we'll step away for a 30-second timeout. It's all being brought to you by Larry Hillis Dodge. You're listening to Mules Basketball on the Southeast Sign and Graphics Mules Radio Network.
Breathe easier and extend the life of your HVAC system, plus fewer repair bills with Air Solutions Comprehensive Maintenance Plan. You'll save money and get the peace of mind that only comes from calling Air Solutions. 785-1500.
Want a career and not just another job? It's waiting for you at Briggs & Stratton. Great pay, great benefits, and continuing education. Everything you and your family deserve. Go to careers.basco.com and look at Poplar Bluff job openings.
So the first timeout of the season called by Poplar Bluff. 5:44 to play here in the first quarter. It is a 2-0 lead here by the Wildcats. And Darius Graham, his shot is no good off the backboard. Rebounded by Noli. Noli now brings it down the court, and Neville again. Good job by the Mules on the defense. Darius Graham high off the backboard. It's no good, but Rivers will get the offensive board and shoot and score.
I like that pace a little bit faster. We were a little slow with the first couple possessions. Now I think Coach told him to turn it up a little bit.
Absolutely. So now Stacy inside. Kicks it out to Goodman. Goodman now works it around to Noli. Evan Noli, this team coming in 2-3, the Wildcats. Goodman now. He's guarded by Jack Scott. Works it back out to Evan Noli. 2-2 the score. Long three-point basket is no good. What a good job on the offensive rebound by Cole to save it as he goes out of bounds. And there's a block, and a foul is going to be called on Jack Scott. I thought it was good defense all the way around. The official says not so fast.
Clean to me, Frankie. We got to do a better job on the defensive end getting rebounds.
So I just want to say, as a free throw coming up here by Nick Usey for the first few minutes here in this ball game, as we get a couple of subs coming in now for Poplar Bluff. Roberson going to come in the ball game. Scott also is going to come out. On the other end, Goodman checks out, and in is Talon Hance. Second free throw is no good by Usey, and rebounded by Hickman. So quickly now on the foul shot, it is a 3-2 ball game here by the Wildcats. So now going along baseline, there's a good move inside. What an assist as Preston Moore will get the 2 points. Boy, Neville, I'm telling you what, John, he is going to be somebody that we're going to be talking about all season. What a good assist by him.
Oh, yeah, he's smooth with the ball. He really is.
4-3 now is the score. Now Talon Hance, where's number 55? He checks in for the first time here tonight. Looks like Brendan Durden is going to check in here momentarily. 5-4 now the score. 3:56 to play. Or make that 4-3 rather. Oh, what a good jumper by Evan Noli. Wide open. He's 5-3 now. Or 5-4 rather.
It's hard to keep. It's late. It's late, Frank.
It's late. We've been here a long time. Preston Moore inside to Hickman Roberson. It's no good. Boy, that was a good look by Roberson. I thought he had that one. Good job by Talon Hance. City of Maryland Heights is tuning in here tonight. It's up in the St. Louis area. Glad to have them alongside for the ride. Big crowd here on Facebook on a late Saturday night. 5-4 now in favor of the Wildcats. Good job. Oh, what a good move inside as Cole cannot get the shot to fall. On the other end, oh, it rims out on the Mules. Oh, my goodness. Good job by the Mules, though, as Darius Graham gets his own rebound. And they keep that alive. Neville now. Long pull-up jumper.
Nice.
Money.
Smooth.
That was a good shot by Isaiah Neville. 6-5 is the score now. Poplar Bluff up by 1. 2:36 now here in the first quarter. Mules lead by 1. Mules have 4 timeouts remaining. Long three-point basket. There's a foul, you betcha. And that should be a foul on Nick Usey. Yes, sir. So Usey with a foul. And now we're going to see for the Mules, Darius Graham taking a seat. Gavin Rivers is going to check in. Torrance Williams also going to check in the ball game for the first time. Looks like Brendan Durden also is going to check in for Poplar Bluff. So there you go. 6-5, Mules lead by 1. Durden now being guarded by UC Torrance Williams. Boy, he's a phenomenal player when he wants to be. 6'5", long three-pointer is no good. And Brendan Durden with an offensive board. How about that?
There's another kid that hustles every single possession. Very smart. Coach's son knows the game. Head in there all the time. Nice little rebound. Nice little shot.
8-5 now is the score, and Brett Phoenix Hatchett checking in for the first time in this ball game. And there's a good move all the way in by Jared Stacy. It's now 8-7 the score. So now Preston Moore gets a little bit of a lane. Hickman Roberson pulls up, and they're going to say a travel on him, and that is a turnover on the Mules.
Not a great pace to the game, Frankie. We're playing the Marion pace, slow, methodical. We're going to have to break this open a little bit, but we're not really committing many fouls or turnovers, So far, so good. We'll have a chance to run second half for sure.
Couple of turnovers here by the Mules early on. There's a push-off by number 20 there. Jared Stacy gets away with it. Torrance Williams showing some quick hands, and that's because of Torrance Williams. And then he gets fouled after the steal. Good job by the Mules there.
A foul on Phoenix Hatchett.
It's going to be on Hatchett, his first, team second. So I was going to say in the first quarter so far, folks, how about the scoreboard? We're doing it nice. 8-7. The score matches 8-7. Yes, it does. I'll take a win when I can get one.
Amen to that, Frankie.
Amen to that. Torrance Williams now works it outside to Preston Moore. Moore looking around for help. He finds Gavin Rivers. Rivers 2 points here in the ball game so far. Torrance Williams now 6'5" build. Up and over. It's no good. It's going to be rebounded by Goodnight. Or make that Goodman, rather. Austin Arms is tuning in. Back in Poplar Bluff, fire station number 1. Glad to have him alongside tonight. Long three-pointer is no good by Hatchett.
There's
rebounded by Gavin Rivers. Torrance Williams goes up and shoots and scores.
Thought he was going to jam that, which he thought about it, I'm sure. Nice lay-in.
I would have been like, da-da-da, da-da-da. So now Hatchett now works it around the timeline. They're finding Jared Stacy. Stacy near the free throw line. Kicks it outside again to Hatchett. Hatchett no good. Rebounded once again. Preston Moore done a great job of blocking out there, not allowing Hatchett to get the offensive rebound. Torrance Williams guarded by Noli. Boy, the Mules so far tonight here in the first quarter shooting 5 out of 12 so far. 42%, 8 rebounds. Marion shooting 25%. And they've got 8 rebounds also, but 4 of those have been offensive rebounds. We're down to the final second, and just like that, the quarter will come to an end. And after one quarter, it is a 10-7 lead by Poplar Bluff. You're listening to Mules Basketball on the Southeast Sign and Graphics Mules Radio Network.
Christian Automotive and Tire. Quality name brand tires that you know and trust. They also have ASE certified mechanics that have the training, tools, and knowledge to fix your vehicle right the first time. Business 67 South in Poplar Bluff. Eye Care Specialists is committed to the protection and the preservation of the precious gift of sight. Nothing is more important than your eyesight. That's the way the doctors of Eye Care Specialists see it.
Protecting your toys are just as important as protecting your daily driver. First Choice Insurance can help find the coverage for your ATVs, boats, and campers that will give you peace of mind and not break your bank. So don't forget to allow First Choice Insurance to review your insurance needs today.
Kevin's Auto and Tire is a family-owned one-stop shop for fast, friendly, and affordable automotive services with the latest tools and technology as well as their time-tested automotive knowledge. They're guaranteed to get your vehicle fixed without breaking the bank.
So here we go as we begin the second quarter here. It is a 10-7 lead right now by Poplar Bluff. Mules haven't shot too terribly bad, around 42%. And we are about to begin as the Mules now are set to inbound, and that will change the possession arrow back to the Marion Wildcats. Poplar Bluff as Darius Graham back on the floor, as is Torrance Williams, Brendan Durden, Preston Moore as well, and the shot is no good by Torrance Williams, but Preston Moore gets the rebound. It's no good. And his shot is up and no good. Rebounded here on the other end by Goodman. And now a wide open shot by Cole. Cole's shot is no good, but he gets his own missed shot. And we're going to get a whistle here, I believe. It's going to be on Kyan Cole, his first, team foul number 3 now. So now Gavin Rivers is back in for the Mules, and he'll inbound. Go ahead, John.
We're still not doing a great job on the defensive boards. We get a foul here and there, but we're not doing a good job getting that rebound. We've got to crash the boards and block out.
Well, we've got another foul coming in here against the Wildcats, I believe. It's going to be on Kyan Cole, his second, team's fourth. So now David Durbin's going to come in now for Preston Moore. Cole now is going to stay in the ball game for the time being. 7:17 to play here in the first quarter, or first half rather. Oh, good inbound by David Durbin in to Brendan Durden, and Durden gets 2 more points. And we're going to get a timeout called here by the Marion Wildcats. It is a 30-second timeout. And now it is a 12-7 lead right now. And the Wildcats using their first timeout. They've got 4 timeouts here remaining in the ball game. So what do you think so far as the Wildcats right now down by 5 points? Mules, to be honest with you, playing pretty good.
Yeah, they are, Frankie. They're playing a calmer style. I don't know whether it's just because we're here playing Marion or whether that's going to be a conscious decision this year, but I like our patience. We haven't made a lot of mistakes. Brendan Durden has really looked good so far today. He's, he knows where to be in the right place. The other players could watch him and see where they should be. But so far, I think we're playing not quite as reckless as we have in the last couple of years, and I like what I see so far. Kids are playing calm.
Absolutely indeed. So my wife asked me a very important question, John. I'll let the viewers here who are watching kind of help me out. She says, tomorrow for lunch or supper, do I want Mexican chicken or homemade pizza? I think homemade pizza. What do you think?
I think so. That's a better way to go.
7 minutes to go here in the first half. 3-point basket, no good. Staple no good, but Goodman had the rebound, and we've got a turnover on Staple as he's going to go as he takes 1 too many steps.
We've been bailed out. That's the 3rd time on an offensive rebound where they've either walked or fouled, which is nice, but we're really going to have to start getting some rebounds.
Ryganowski, number 24, going to check in for the Wildcats here for the first time, or make that that's going to be Jared Stacy rather instead, and Darius Graham gets his first bucket to fall. It's now 14-7 the Mules now.
Oh, another smooth player, had a great football season. Now he's back on the hardwood, looking good as usual.
So now Stacy, he is a really good ball handler, gets it out to Kyan Cole. Cole now with 2 fouls in the ball game. Stacy works it over outside to Noli. 6:15 to go here in the first half. Lee Wallace, Young not playing this year. I'm not sure what Young you're referring to, my friend.
Jaredon Young.
Jaredon Young. No, he's not playing this season.
We had a good football season, though, didn't he? That one touchdown he scored against Jackson.
He did.
Very nice.
Jaredon Young, yes, we'll miss him on the basketball floor for sure. 5:55 to play here in the first half. What a move. Outstanding move by Jared Stacy. And we've got some whistles here, some condensation on the floors. Now 14-9 is the score. Jack Scott going to check back in for Torrance Williams. Torrance Williams, a couple of points. 4 minutes here in the ball game he has played. The Wildcats are shooting 4 out of 15 right now. 27%. The Mules are 7 of 17. 41%. Hance is back in the ball game. He'll check in for Nehemiah Goodman. 5:50 now to go here in the first half. It is a 14-9 score. Our broadcast presented by Taco John's at Scott Law Group LLC. Also being brought to you by Briggs & Stratton, Larry Hillis Dodge, Eye Care Specialist, Christian Automotive and Tire, Patriot Auto Glass, Poplar Bluff Regional Medical Center, and First Choice Insurance. Would love to have one of those Red Bulls right about now.
Frankie, if you want to call Uber Eats, maybe they'll bring us one.
Jared made that Darius Graham with the rock now. Good job by Jared Stacy. Graham, long jumper. It's no good, and the ball is batted around. I believe Durden's going to be called for the foul. It'll be his first, team foul number 2.
That was a decent foul. He's working down there trying to get the ball.
So now Isaiah Neville going to check in for Brendan Durden. Durden 4 points here in just 5 minutes of work. 14-9 is your score. You can see the possession arrow does favor the Wildcats on the next tie-up. So now working it outside to Evan Noley, picked up by David Durbin. Boy, this kid is so strong, so fast. I like watching him play baseball. He'll run all the way from the dugout to center field. Good job by Darius Graham on the steal. And there you go. Rivers goes up for the easy deuce. It's now 16-9 Poplar Bluff.
Some good Poplar Bluff ball right there. Easy layup on a turnover.
16-9 is your score. Evan Noley now out near midcourt. Good job by Durbin. Good screen by number 55, Hance. Noley goes up, and they're going to be bailed out with a foul. I believe Isaiah Neville got him, and Neville's like, I didn't touch him. But they're going to give him the foul, so team foul number 3, and that's going to be Evan Noley now at the free throw line here for the Wildcats. He has not been here so far this evening. They are first trip all together here in this game.
Bailed him out on that one, Frankie.
First one is up, and it is good. Nothing but net on that one.
But we've played a good defensive game. Other than getting defensive rebounds, we've played good defense tonight. We've rotated well. We've helped well. I see Jack out there rotating around and getting a stop a few times and not fouling so much yet. So far, so good on the defensive end.
16-11 now is the score. 5-point lead here for the Mules in the second quarter, coming up on the 4:35 mark. Hickman Roberson now. Boy, this kid is so strong. We loved watching him play last season. Gavin Rivers now. Of course, his brother Gage graduated last year. Those two were dynamite on the floor. And we're going to get a foul. The Mules maybe, or is it? Well, they're going to say it was a foul, or he stepped out of bounds. No, wait a minute. No, yeah.
I think it was out of bounds on Marion.
No, they're going to give. What are they going to do?
Headbutt. They're calling a foul on Gavin Rivers.
Oh boy, didn't see that one.
I didn't either. That was not a great. What we say, Kenny Hostler wouldn't have called that, Frankie.
We got to remember, we're in no man's land.
We are. These are Illinois rules we're playing. We're in a foreign land, Frankie.
Dottie Scott says, let's go Mules. We appreciate you tuning in, whether you're listening on the radio, watching us on Facebook, or on YouTube. Preston Moore going to check in momentarily. Kyan Cole with the ball now. They'll get it to Jarrett Stacy. Boy, big crowd here watching us on Facebook and on YouTube. I love it on a Saturday night. The only thing is, good move inside. Hatchett misses the wide open basket, but he somehow gets his own rebound.
I don't understand that.
Going up top is Stacy.
Nice
He's going to be blocked by a young man down there. That's going to be Jack Scott on the block. And there's a steal by Hance. Out in transition is number 20, Stacy. And it's now 16-13. Long three-point basket. This one by Neville is no good. And Hance with a rebound. So now the Wildcats going to slow it up just a little bit here. 16-13, good backdoor pass to UC. It's going to go out of bounds and a turnover. And we're going to see coming back in now, Goodman will come in for Hance.
You know, I can see, Frankie, Mules are going to have to settle into the roles. You know, we got to get some scoring from some players and kind of figure out where they're at. But I like it so far. They're not selfish. I think everybody's playing as a team. And there's nobody that's just going to try to do everything. And that's something that's really going to be good for this team long term.
Absolutely, indeed. So now Hickman Roberson now gets it over to Brendan Durden. Durden looking around. He's got to hustle.
Got to get open.
Got to get out of that corner. There you go. So now Neville. He's got the ball now. So Isaiah Neville gets it inside or tries to get it to Jack Scott. Oh, good cut by Brendan Durden. He thought he was going to get open there. Oh, it's going to be a steal. Steal by Kyan Kantz. Or Cole, rather.
Be a good time for a timeout, perhaps.
Shot is up, and it's no good. Good job by Isaiah Neville. Neville with the running floater is up, and it is good.
Boy, Neville's smooth, isn't he, Frankie?
He really is. Good job by the Mules to end that little drought.
Kid can shoot the ball.
He really can. He is a really good player for sure. It is now 18-15 the score, and there's a three-point basket. Or make that, they're going to say that was a two-point basket instead.
Checking into the lineup for the Mules, number 25, David Durbin. Number 10, Torrance Williams. In for the Wildcats, number 41, Phoenix.
Well, we've really been patient tonight, Frankie. I've been impressed with that. The team's playing good ball, passing it. Maybe need to get just a little bit greedier on the offensive end. But so far, you know, I like the team. They look good to me.
They really do. The Mules are playing very well here. Brendan Durden going to kick it over to David Durbin. And we're going to get an offensive foul, it looks like, away from the ball against Poplar Bluff. Is it going to be against Bluff?
On Marion.
Is it on Marion? Okay, I thought the way he was motioning, it was going to be an offensive foul. But we'll take it.
That was a shove off on the screen.
It's going to be on Goodman. Be his first. 1:50 to go here in the first half. Durbin now. He's got the rock, and Torrance Williams in the ball game as well. So Poplar Bluff kicking it around. Good job at Neville inside, and it falls in. A good job by Brendan Durden on that assist.
Yes, and Darius Graham set that up. The athleticism of that kid, man, he can fly.
He really can. I like watching these kids play. They are really giving it everything they've got. Darius Graham. Jared Staple checks back in the ball game as well for the Wildcats. Noley gets a clean look. He goes up and he scores. He's got 8 points. So Noley with 8 points in the ball game. Durden drains a three-point basket. It's our first of this season. Happy to give him those 3 points. 23-19 the score.
It's about time for that, Frankie.
Boy, this Durden kid, I can tell where he gets his IQ on the basketball floor.
Oh, absolutely. He knows right where to be. Really good sense of the game.
So Staple is going to be called for the travel, and I think he's going to go right back to the bench. Kyan Cole's going to check in now. Gavin Rivers is going to come in for Poplar Bluff. David Durbin will take a seat. So the Mules right now, in case you're wondering, not too bad right now. 46%, 11 out of 24.
No, that's a better percentage than we usually shoot, especially the first few games of the season. So far, so good. You know, they're figuring it out.
Durden with 7 points. He leads the way, and we've got a turnover on Torrance Williams. By the way, the Wildcats 7 turnovers in the first half. The Mules have 5.
You know, that may be our record for the last few years for the lowest turnovers in a half.
Could be.
So far, so good with that.
You know what we haven't had a whole lot of here in this ball game thus far? A lot of jump balls. It still belongs to the Wildcats here. We haven't had a jump ball yet, to be exact.
Yeah, and you know, the refs, I've watched a couple games earlier, and the refs are letting them play, which I like.
I do. Good screen by Goodman there. Nehemiah Goodman Trying to set a screen at Durden. Boy, this kid's all over the floor. Good steal by Williams, and Williams goes up. We're going to get a foul. He'll shoot 2 free throws coming up.
I'd like to see Torrance just two-hand jam that. He could easily do that. That kid can jump.
It's going to be on Goodman, his second, so that's going to put the Mules now in the bonus.
It doesn't take him long to get from half court to the goal.
No, it doesn't.
About 2 dribbles, maybe 1 dribble.
Last season, Williams shot 42% from the free throw line, 25 out of 59. Our first trip so far this season. Torrance Williams, 6.5 seconds to go. We'll miss the first one. And we're going to see David Durbin coming back in now for Poplar Bluff. On the other end, Jared Stacy comes in for Phoenix Hatchet. So now, as Torrance misses the first free throw, he'll get one more. And he misses both of them. So now Noli on the rebound. They got to get rid of it. 3 seconds. What a good job by Neville on the steal. Neville throws it up, and we have reached halftime. It's 23-19. Tabitha Moore says, let's go Mules. Keep up the good work. So before we go to halftime, I got to tell you, Tim, I'm on you. I'm gonna get this score thing down. It's going pretty good so far. So if I can master this, John, what I want to know is, what are you bringing to the broadcast?
I'm going to bring Red Bull to the broadcast, Frankie. I can do that.
Okay.
I want to see you juggle something, a flaming whatever, while you're doing all this other stuff. Because really, you don't have enough to do up here, Frankie.
Apparently, I don't have a whole lot going on.
You could do some complicated math while you're doing all this.
So what we're going to do is we're going to step away, a quick timeout. We'll come back and we'll break down the first half. It is a 23-19 lead. Mules lead by 4 on the Southeast Sign and Graphics Mules Radio Network.
Larry Hillis is a proud sponsor of Mule Sports. Local sports, local fans, and local business. A winning combination.
Patriot Auto Glass offers chip repair or glass replacement. They provide fast quality service done by experienced technicians. Ask about our veteran and first responder discounts. Call Patriot Auto Glass today at 573-840-5027. And remember, Patriot Auto Glass will come to you.
Scott Law Firm is experienced in estate planning and the preparation of documents like wills and trusts. Let the Scott Law Firm help protect your family and pass along your estate according to your terms. Call Scott Law Firm today at 785-4688. Southeast Signs and Graphics of Poplar Bluff can handle all of your printing needs, from t-shirts, wall displays, banners, and so much more. Call their team at 573-772-5566 or get to southeastsignsandgraphics.com.
Whitworth Gift Chest Jewelers is a third-generation family-owned jewelry and repair store who have served the Poplar Bluff community for over 60 years.
Our family has always worked hard to provide the finest jewelry creations and service imaginable.
Caring for those you love also means taking good care of yourself. At Poplar Bluff Regional Medical Center, our healthcare providers take the time to identify your health risks and help you prioritize good health. Regular checkups and age-appropriate screenings are important to be healthy now.
9:48 on this Saturday night. I'm Frankie Castile alongside Tim Hicks on the camera and John Scott right here beside me. Let's go ahead and break down the first half for you. The Marion Wildcats are shooting the ball 38% of the time. 8 out of 21, 3 out of 4 on the free throw line, 0 out of 7 from behind the arc, 14 rebounds, But, John, what steps out to me right now is the offensive rebounds, and right now they are dominating 7 offensive rebounds. That's pretty impressive for any team, period. And then they also have 2 steals, 9 turnovers in the first half. Real quickly for the Wildcats, they are led in scoring by Evan Noley, 2 points in the first quarter, 6 in the second. Also 6 points by Jared Stacy, 4 of those coming in quarter number 2. 4 points by Kyan Cole, 1 point by Nick Usey. And that is the current scoring right now for the Wildcats out of Marion.
Yeah, Frankie, really the Mules are fortunate to be ahead at this point in the game. Marion has been really cold offensively, 0 for 7 from 3. We're fortunate to have the lead. I think we could easily blow this game open and get a nice lead going, but as poorly as Marion has shot it, they've had a bunch of extra looks, and so we're good. We're settling in. We're up 4. I feel good about it. One thing I like, Frankie, I'll tell the people at home, when you get a chance to come out to a game, one of the things that I like, and I remember